I never post on YouTube. I always record the post on YouTube, but I never post on YouTube. This is my 1992 Honda Prelude. I had the black one, obviously, and you can see where that went. But the black one had so many like iffy things about it, and it had such high kilometers. I was like, fuck it. So I bought one that looked mint, but was a piece of shit. And this is that car. This is my 1992 Honda Prelude, automatic F22A1. Right? Right. So, this thing has 250,000 kilometers. It came with motorcycle mirrors, it came with some aftermarket rims, came, spoiler of course, big fart cannon. The car was all blue, came with a third brake light on the trunk, and I've spent months working on this car. Literal months. Obviously, body parts off the black car, rims off the black car that I've spent my best cleaning to make them nice and shiny again. Mirrors off Marketplace. Actually, a guy, Ben BB1 on Instagram, gave me them. Fancy orange marker lights, the lights off the other car. I moved the front plate because I love not having it there. I took the spoiler off because I kind of like how it looks. I'm deciding on that. Anyways, though, like I said, I bought this car as an automatic. But guess what? It ain't no automatic no more. So this, my first big project car. Very happy with it. This is my first week driving it since doing the manual swap. Oh man. Obviously you got the manual radiator. I'm gonna upgrade that to aluminum one day. I haven't overhauled the engine, swapped the transmission out, and I cleaned the shit out of the engine. Nice and shiny. Maybe I'll put a photo on the screen of it in the daytime. I got rid of the rusty intake, put in the strut tower bar, all the buttons and whistles. This is my first project car, so it's very rough, but it's turned out pretty damn good. So far, my only issues are a slight power steering leak from this fitting. But I really don't want to have to touch that, because I don't want to have to buy more power steering. So like, yeah. Honda Prelude. I love it. I was just driving around. I put seafoam in the engine and the gas because there was a lot of carbon and gunk buildup on this motor for some reason. This engine overheated if you left it sitting for long enough. And when I had the engine out, when I had the car back up and running, I remembered that issue, so I checked it out. Thermostat. So I replaced the thermostat. Now the car doesn't overheat at all, and it's all fine and dandy. Something that has happened is this car's fuel and temp gauge. That rattling is my sunroof. I was trying to align it, and I never tightened it back down. It doesn't open. I have to like perfectly align it. Maybe put some different shims in it. Whatever. Small issue. My fuel and temp gauge burnt out, so I swapped it, and then that one burnt out not too shortly after. But I can hopefully fix that this week. It looks like one capacitor and one small unit, which I can maybe steal off the other board. But like, manual, and this thing runs and drives fucking great. I just installed this. Come on, there we go. Quick release. Dink. It's got power steering again. I was too lazy to install it for the longest time. Obviously manual. And it runs pretty fucking good, bud. I'll pull over again because I don't want to be recording all this much. Let's go. get the occasional backfire sometimes if you don't shift it right. If you let the RPMs bog, you get a backfire, which probably just means I need to clean up the inside of my EGR valve. There were cops sitting here a minute ago. Just gonna pull over. Because my EGR valve was messed up, and this thing was running really bad. So he took it out, cleaned it, replaced the module, and that fixed it. It's so shaky. I haven't screwed down the little trim piece for that, so that's squeaking. And my cup holder is shaking. This thing's got innovative motor mounts, which, like, they're nice mounts, but I ordered the auto to manual conversion mounts, and they were identical to the manual mounts. So I had to drill a brand new hole in my chassis to use them. I emailed the company. They were like, yep, looks like you ordered their auto to manual conversion mounts. Everything seems fine. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, did you guys send me the wrong ones even though I ordered the auto to manual? Because I have a $130 bill, Canadian, for manual replacement mounts. I don't know. It's weird. But, like, manual prelude. And it took me a month. It took me a month to strip the entire front end and interior out of this thing, put it all back together as a manual with all the upgrades and all the replacement parts. Oh, my throat bearing's not squeaking. Brand new throat bearing, but the clutch kit I bought that it came in looked like it had been sitting in the sun for years and years. So my throat bearing was squeaking. Stopped squeaking. Kind of magical. But, like, oh my god, this thing's so fun. And I love this wheel. I just installed it and I'm ripping around. It's so much smaller and makes the car feel so much more nimble. I just had a guy pull up to the stop. I was at a stop sign waiting, and he pulled up beside me. He's like, dude, I love your car. Oh, it smells so good. It smells like a good old car. And I'm like, thanks. And I explained to him, yeah, I did a manual swap. And he's like, no shit. And he's like revving his car, and I was like, yeah. It's like, dude. My neighbor across the street was like, hey, Owen. I'm like, hey. And he's like, you ever think about selling the Prelude? And I asked him, like, how could I? How could I sell this car? I just spent $4,000. I just put $4,000 into this on top of the $9,000 into the 2 I already had. And I can finally enjoy it now. I'm never selling this thing. I'm gonna die in this car. Oh. Anyways, I bought that gauge. I don't know what the brand was. It cost me $50 off Amazon. It don't work. It was 40 degrees off. So I bought a glow shift gauge. I'm just waiting for it to come in. I just kind of trust the car doesn't run hot. This horn button didn't stay in. I gotta buy an energy horn button. I got the retainer ring coming in, but I don't think this horn button's gonna work with that. It's meant for a Momo wheel. I don't know. I also gotta fix this gauge cluster. Calm down. Anyways, video update, something. I try to record, but also I'm really bad at recording. I just forget. So, there was cops there still. It wasn't me. It does smell good in here though. It smells like vanilla, I want to say. Very nice. I gotta get this window like polished or something. It scratched the hell. But yeah, project car. This thing's cost me so much money, but I'm so happy with it. I still gotta deal with rust, but it's not important right now. I dealt with the like safety hazard rust. So all that's left is like, I think there's rust underneath my clutch pedal, because this car was driven in the winter. And rust by my clutch pedal and rust in the rear kind of area, which is fine because I have an entire floor pan off like the cleanest Prelude you'll ever see. What is this guy doing? Anyways, that was a YouTube video. Peace out. I don't do Assetto things anymore. I might do more car things. I might mod this car into Assetto. I'd love to. It'd be fun.